There seems to be in these models of polycystic kidney disease an overexpression of xanthine oxidase in the kidneys of this disease specifically, both in mouse and rat, which would suggest that intracellular kidney uric acid and free oxygen radicals are much higher in this population. There are human clinical studies that suggest that hyperuricemia can affect not only increased total kidney volume, but the increased rate of kidney failure. And other studies that go on to talk about endothelial dysfunction and how it's related to hyperuricemia in progressive kidney disease, but more specifically in polycystic kidney disease. And we know that certain indicators like the presence of kidney stones are substantially, multiply increased in this patient population. Oxypurinol is a xanthine oxidase inhibitor. Xanthine oxidase is an enzyme that's essential for breaking down purines in our circulation and in excess in our circulation into uric acid for excretion. So in health, the enzyme plays a very important role from conception until death. However, what we're seeing is that this enzyme is overexpressed, not only in the kidneys, but in the circulation. That leads to chronically high uric acid levels. And those chronically high uric acid levels can lead to formation of crystals within the blood, uric acid crystals that precipitate in the kidneys and cause acute injury. We see that there are a number of studies showing hyperuricemia when it's not saturating, but still high and soluble in the blood, can turn off mitochondrial function, can drive apoptosis, can contribute to cardiovascular injury, aorta, coronary arteries, etc., and generally systemic inflammation. With respect to the kidney, that seems to be highly focused on the fine blood vessels of the kidney and the glomerulus, where uric acid seems to be playing a deleterious role, an accelerating role in the pre-existing disease. So by applying a drug like oxypurinol, which is a xanthine oxidase inhibitor, so tends to decrease the production of uric acid, and our target is to decrease the activity of that enzyme by at least 90% or more, we should be able to turn off, modify that accelerating effect, and so slow the progression of disease. And that has big implications not only for quality of life, but because it would be the first in class and certainly the first drug of its type to slow this progression, it would tend to redefine the options for these individuals. It's a well-tolerated drug, well-established as safe and effective. And so we see it as ideally positioned to slow the progression of the disease, to improve quality of life, decrease the number of kidney stones, protect the cardiovascular system. There are multiple layers of benefit that would be available to these individuals if we could lower uric acid using oxypurinol for this purpose. To talk about the design of the two studies, so in our meetings with the FDA, historically, they've given guidance that total kidney volume can act as a surrogate endpoint and give the opportunity for accelerated approval. That first study is designed and intended to treat individuals, recruit individuals, treat them for a year, and after a year, look at the benefit of uric acid lowering, xanthine oxidase inhibition on total kidney volume. We would also get a readout on glomerular filtration rate and a number of other factors like proteinuria, endothelial dysfunction, etc., that would give us guidance that we're on the right track, that we're using the right dose, and that accelerated approval would lead us to market potentially as early as 2026, so only a few years from now. With accelerated approval, there's a need to complete the full approval, and so the second study would be recruited as the first study is completed. that would lead to an endpoint after 2 years of treatment for glomerular filtration rate and would validate the use of this therapy, a single tablet once a day, to treat progressive kidney disease and slow that accelerating effect of uric acid. So those two trials work hand in glove, but the opportunity for accelerated approval means we can get to market much sooner and help this patient population that has very few therapeutic options.